Can Pepe erase a zero from its price? In fact, can Pepe erase two zeros from its price? Well, I want to talk to you guys about that in this video, as I'm actually quite impressed as to the strength that Pepe coin is holding right now versus the rest of the altcoin market, versus especially a lot of the meme coins out there. And versus Bitcoin dominance. I want to take a look at the charts with you guys and explore this question if Pepe can actually drop a zero or two. So stick around to the end and let's chat a little bit about Pepe. Welcome back, guys. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. And if you look at the trend over the last several months, in fact, several years, for 931 days, almost 1,000 days, Bitcoin has been on a tear, outperforming altcoins generally, and getting a massive increase in terms of its market dominance in this crypto space, which means that a lot of altcoins were struggling and coming down. So for a while, Pepe coin was underperforming Bitcoin until Pepe kind of had its big boom back in 2024. And then kind of, after its first big boom, it still had some moves versus Bitcoin, but Bitcoin was very, very strong in its performance. If you look at the Pepe coin price, what we had was a very big dip after our December 2024 highs for Pepe. These are all-time highs. We're still down 70% from those all-time highs. In fact, at one point, we came down a whopping 81%. Now, if you invested in Pepe coin at the lows, and guys, the entire time that Pepe coin has been falling, we have been talking about potentially DCAing strategies and accumulation zones. If you bought at the bottom, which is very hard to do, but you could have at best already gotten a 63% return if you had just bought at this recent bottom right here, which is a pretty nice bounce. Not the most spectacular bounce after getting a crazy 80% crash to the downside, but it's the beginning of hopefully a recovery for Pepe. Now, currently, at the time of this recording, Pepe is sitting at 508571. And if you want to see Pepe coin drop a zero, well, this is a question that I think people are wondering. Will Pepe erase a zero from its price? The answer is probably certainly yes, I'd say, if Bitcoin is not done going up and we're going to have a continuation in this Bitcoin bull market, which I believe is the case. Of course, there could be some downside before continuation of the upside. And if you believe, though, that the total market cap is going to find more continuation of the upside, one day achieving a $10 trillion or $20 trillion market cap, which experts believe, I also believe that we could see crypto get up to these levels, which is why I have these trend lines drawn here. I'm going to keep these trend lines drawn here for a very long time until we actually achieve those levels. I do think that it's possible from this, 5085 level, yes, for Pepe to easily drop a zero. All you got to do is get to this next 401 level, which is not a big move away at all, just 20% away. That could happen in a day's time, not tomorrow, I don't think. If we get some big move in the crypto market, well, then maybe Pepe does explode. But I think that at some point in the rest of this bull market, when we get an altcoin season, when we get Bitcoin continuing to the upside, when we see our total market cap back above 3 trillion and higher, yes, Pepe coin will certainly erase a zero. I think that's not financial advice. It's what I believe. And I think in the meantime, there's a lot of good volatility for trading. If you guys want to do some trading on your own, sign up for Blowfin using our link in the comments down below, up to a $5,000 deposit bonus. So check it out if you haven't done so already. But I want to go to the question now, can Pepe erase 2 zeros? That's a pretty tall order, isn't it? It is. If you want Pepe to erase 2 zeros, you have to condense this chart quite a bit, and you need to start looking at 301. Can Pepe coin achieve 301 for a price? Can Pepe coin go up 10x from here? And the answer might shock you. Maybe it won't. If you look over at what's going on for Pepe right now, let's go over here. Pepe coin is currently the 31st largest coin in the crypto market. It's at a $3.6 billion market cap. Can Pepe 10x from here? Can Pepe coin drop 2 zeros? I still think the answer is absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. What a wild answer I'm putting out there at such a uncertain time for meme coins. When I say absolutely yes, this is my opinion, okay? I'm not telling you with any kind of, with 100% certainty Pepe is going to drop 2 zeros. That's not what I'm saying, okay? That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is I think that it's going to happen. Why do I think that? Well, because a $3.6 billion market cap going to $36 billion for Pepe, I think is very possible. Why? Because we've seen Shiba Inu go up to a $44 billion market cap in the past, and we've seen Dogecoin achieve almost an $88 billion market cap in the past, currently sitting at $28 billion. So can Pepe achieve the current market cap of Dogecoin? I think the answer is probably yes. I honestly wouldn't even be surprised to see a Pepe ETF at some point in the future, guys. I wouldn't be surprised at all. It's one of the biggest cryptocurrencies in terms of meme coins that's out there. It's come down quite a bit. I wouldn't even be surprised to see one day Pepe flip Shiba Inu, which is a very bold claim, but I do believe that there is more excitement behind Pepe from Shiba Inu. Why do I think that? Because at the conferences that I've been to for cryptocurrency, people that I talk to, that seems to be the idea. Not just feet on the street. Let's look at the comments section. Let's look at the YouTube views. YouTube views are way up for Pepe versus Shiba Inu. Not so much. Look at the amount of people using memes on the internet. How many people are using the Pepe coin meme versus any meme with Shiba Inu? Way more people are using Pepe memes. That frog is being used in a lot of memes. I think that it's got a lot of potential. In fact, I wouldn't even be surprised to see Pepe one day compete with Dogecoin. That being said, Dogecoin is a tough contender to beat because of Elon Musk, because of the Department of Government Efficiency thing going on, which is both good and bad for Dogecoin. But Pepe is kind of floating on its own island of being a new meme. It's kind of the next Dogecoin or Shiba Inu. Now, are you going to make, millionaire status gains on Pepe? Well, only if you've got thousands upon thousands of dollars invested in it. I could tell you, if you have $100,000 invested in Pepe, which is a crazy amount of money to have in a meme coin, you could probably make $1 million on Pepe. If you've got $10,000 in Pepe right now, if you're expecting that to turn to $1 million, you're looking for 100x. And I just don't think we're going to see 100x out of Pepe in this bull market. My most bullish case scenario for this bull market is probably that $100 billion threshold for Pepe. I think it could get close to that, if not maybe even touch it or slightly surpass it. It's possible. Is it likely? No, certainly not likely. Is it possible? I think that it's possible. Just like Dogecoin, Elon Musk has embraced Pepe, as we've talked about with you guys in the past. In the meantime, as we're waiting for this pump, and I think we still have a while before we get this big explosion because we need a couple things. One, we need the Fed to pivot. Two, we need to see more pro-crypto regulation passed in the USA. Yes, pro-crypto regulation and the federal interest rate does affect a meme coin like Pepe, believe it or not, which is wild. But once we get that, we can start getting those moves to the upside. Now, again, there's no big guarantees in crypto, but this is my thoughts. I think there's a lot more upside for Pepe. I think it could drop 2 zeros. I certainly think it could drop 1 0. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to talk about the market, talk about some ideas that I either believe are possible or not, and kind of give you my reasoning for that just based on my own personal experience, based on the news and the numbers that I have to look at. And we've all got access to the same information. So if you agree or disagree, I'd like to hear from you guys in the comments down below. In the meantime, if you want to do some trading on the volatility for these coins, sign up for Blowfin. Check out the sign up link in the comments down below, up to a $5,000 deposit bonus. Right now, if you sign up, you deposit $100, you get $10 in XRP for free. So check it out if you haven't done so already. Let me tell you this. I'll end on this, guys. Right now, Pepe coin is currently a nice, easy 3x. Oh, let's get that going again. Let's scroll down. Here we go. Nice, easy. What is it? A 3x away from its previous high. Let's check it out. Boom. 3x away from its previous high. That would be 1 0 dropped. I think we could drop 2. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. That's all I have for you in this one. I'm Crypto Kip. This is a Crypto Report. Smash a like, subscribe to the channel. DCA. Hodl. See you in the next one, guys. Until next time, 2 videos here if you want to check them out. Peace, y'all. See ya.